Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever the case may be, ladies and gentlemen of the People's Court. I bring you another update in the ongoing saga, the case against VH. Now, I know the last update I did was dated August 5th. It is now, as I record this, August 29th, 2019. And I've had some people ask, what's going on? It's been a while since you did an update. Yeah, but you guys got to understand that in the legal realm, 3 to 4 weeks really isn't that much. I mean, as the saying goes, the wheels of justice turn slowly, but grind exceedingly fine. And that's what we're looking at. But I do have a little bit of news that I thought I would give you guys. And I did say I'd make some videos in between about some other stuff. So, I mean, the news I have, I was waiting to get some paperwork. But, I mean, it's nothing really too spectacular. And since people were asking, I'll go ahead and put it out there. So I was talking with my people. A date has been set to put my intent before the Crown. That'll be in early September. Now, this is how it works, and I know it's redundant, but basically this is just a stepping stone to the next date. So basically they go in, they just tell the Crown, that we plan to put a motion forward, and then they set a date for the second one. They're hoping, fingers crossed, that could be as early as the end of September, probably looking like the first-ish of October. Again, I know there's some space in there, but again, Mr. VH, there's time. There's time to resolve this. And trust me, the Crown, and I'm sure the court system where you live, would rather the people just resolve this. But in any event, that's what's going on. So a date has been set. I'll fill you guys in if I get some paperwork on anything a little more conclusive or a little bit more enthralling, I guess, that I will share that. But that's where we're at for now. So things are moving forward. Those wheels are turning, folks. You can really make it go so fast. But some people were asking, so there's an update about that. But in between, I had said there were some other things that I wanted to address and publicly archive. And I want to make it clear, I did address this in the second video, part 2. So if you haven't seen that, go back. But I just want to make it clear again, I am not suing Mr. VH. I mean, it's not worth my time. I don't have tens of thousands of dollars to pursue that. And what would I get? A bunch of toy racing cars? Oh, excuse me. His son's toy racing cars? Yeah, right. But there's bigger fish to fry here. But I do want to publicly archive this stuff because I do believe there is a case to be made that my character and others, but I can only speak for my own character here, has been defamed and slandered for years. And all I want is an apology. I just want to bury the hatchet and get over this, and this whole thing can be resolved. But again, we can address that in another video. But what you have to understand here, folks, is that though Mr. VH has a reputation for being a tail spinner, a weaver of I'm looking for the diplomatic way of saying it. He stretches the truth, to put it nicely, right? But once in a while, in rare instances, in rare moments of quietness and calmness, in the early morning hours, Mr. VH will show a glimpse of the real him. And he'll speak candidly and he'll speak frankly. And this video is one of those very rare moments. And in fact, I'm not aware of any other video clip where he explicitly tells the truth of why Andrea left him. Now, the only reason I'm posting this is because Mr. VH continues the slanderous lie that several of us in the internet, quote-unquote, trolls and haters were the reason that his wife left him. Despite the fact being told multiple times, and even by her, that isn't exactly true, that it was his obsession with the internet trolls that drove the wedge between them. But I'm going to let him explain the real reason. Folks, if you don't have this on your hard drive, get it. Because this is the only time that I am aware of that he actually explicitly states the real reason Andrea Von Helton left the compound. So, without any further ado, folks, I give you the case against VH, part 3, the real reason she left. Let's get into it.
Alrighty, folks. Just a quick update. I have finally been able to find out what the horrible thing that Kenny KPZ and Dr. Descent are talking about. one of my relatives was gracious enough to let me know what's going on. Apparently, Andrea loves her ex-boyfriend. He's deployed in Afghanistan, or he was deployed in Afghanistan. And apparently, 4 years ago, she wasn't able to have children with him before he got deployed. And so what she did was she went on SinglesNet and trying to find the first person that would sleep with her so she could have children. So in a nutshell, I was literally used for sex and babies, quite literally. Her plan is that after she had 3 or 4 kids, she would compel me to take her to her mother's, and then once she was at her mother's for a few days, she was going to call me on the phone and tell me not to come back. That, her and the kids were going to move on. Well, then after that, after she was with her mom for a while, then she was going to move back with her ex-boyfriend and his wife with the kids. Okay, that was the plan. She hadn't counted on me catching that iPod Touch message that day. Valentine's Day, no less. Valentine's Day, no less. And so that's it in a nutshell, guys. Now you know the horrible thing that Kenny KPZ is getting ready to tell the world is that Andrea was using me. Well, whoop-de shit. I'm pretty sure I won't be the last person that's been used, Kenny. Okay. Now, to your credit, though, would this have devastated me? Yes, it would have. But would it have rose to the level of me committing suicide or killing my kids? No, that's insanity. But, the fact that I was used and abused by Andrea, apparently, oh well, people get used all the time, right? And it certainly wouldn't be the first time that I've been used. I can be somewhat naive sometimes. But in any event, that's the big bombshell that Kenny KPZ is going to tell you on April the 13th or 15th or 30th or whenever the hell he's going to do it. He keeps moving the fucking date, don't you, Kenny? Anyway, I now know what the big story is. It's the fact that she still holds a candle for her ex-boyfriend and that she never loved me at all. In fact, my read of the conversation is that she had had cyber sex with him as soon as she got on the internet. As soon as she got up here and got on the internet, she started having cyber sex with him. Started talking to him. He was passing her pictures. She was giving him pictures, etc., etc., of their body parts too, as well. And, they've been cyber sexing for 4 years behind my back. And she never loved me. All she used me for was sex and to crank out babies. Nice, huh? But anyway, now you know the truth, just as much as I know the truth. And there we go, in a nutshell. Big whoop-de shit. I'm sure it ain't the only time somebody's been used, right? But that's the big thing that Kenny and Dr. Descent's gonna let you have, on the 13th or whatever. Well, sorry, Kenny, but I just shot down your Zeppelin there, buddy. I done shot down your Zeppelin. I done deflated your balloon. Because I now know what you know. Anyways, that's it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Nothing much else to report, really. Like I said, it's 12:44. I will be going to the lawyers today, and the lawyer will be getting this information, a copy of this information. And now she had cyber sex with other guys too, but the big one is her ex-boyfriend that's in Afghanistan. That's the big one. That's the one she wants to go be with. She don't want to be with John Chacon. She don't want to be with me. She wants to be with her ex-boyfriend. And that's the one she's holding a candle for. Alright, so now we all know who she's in love with. It ain't me. It ain't John. It's her ex-boyfriend in Afghanistan. Okay? We got it all cleared up. Alright, that's it. Y'all have a pleasant day and better tomorrow. See ya. Bye.